Okay, we are in the hay room, obviously. I have an experiment to run and you guys get to be part of it. We are going to take these 5-gallon buckets, fill them up with hay, and really fill them up. Top them right up with 5 gallons or around about 5 gallons of hay. And the reason we're going to do this is because we want to figure out how long it takes a horse to eat that much hay. I'd say that's a good solid 5 gallons. That's about, I'd say about half a flake. Let's find out. Let's put the other half in the other bucket. Get that out of the way. The other half goes in the other bucket, and we'll see. Now, I realize there's still lots of space in between all of these bits of grass. That is not going to fit. Yes. And as such, it's not, a real proper 5 gallons of hay, but it is going to be very close. So I'm really going to put some weight into this. Let's see here, my bucket. And I'm really going to try to compress it down. Put a little bit more in. Now a horse's stomach is, depending on the size of the horse, is 2 to 4 gallons supposedly. So we're going to go with 3 as the average. So this amount of hay should easily fill their tummy up. Right? Compress it down. And we're going to time a couple of horses on how long it takes them to eat these. So let's do that. Okay, so with our buckets of hay, let's go see our 2 hungriest of horses. Lena and Hannah. These 2 are pretty good. And what I'm going to do, yeah, I know. What I'm going to do is set a timer or set a stop. What the? Hello. So we're going to go into the clock feature here. We'll go to the stopwatch feature. Okay, so I'm not going to set this just yet. We're going to have to lay out this. Hey, get out. We have to lay out this food first and hopefully capture them. I mean, even if we get it within 10 seconds or so. So let's put this into my pocket. And I think Ohana's going to be faster. So here, we'll put this, put the camera down. I'm going to, how do I do this, Lena? It's too compact. Okay, look down. Next. Let's get the timer going. All right. So now I've just started this now. We can see it's going, and let's take a look at how much 5 gallons of hay is, what it looks like. So it's about, like that, and relative to the horse, right, we're looking at about half a flake of hay. Okay, so this one was especially hard to get out. I really squished it in there. So relative to the horse, half a flake of hay, sort of spread out a bit, looks like that. And we're going to see how long it takes to eat it. Now, while we do this, I'll talk a little bit about the horse's stomach. And first thing is it's located, oh, I don't want to worry here, so I'll pet her on the shoulder first. Horse's stomach is located just inside of there, in the middle, and it is actually quite small for the size animal that a horse is. And as I said, holds 8 to 15 liters or 2 to 4 gallons worth of stuff, material. And what we're looking at here is around about 5 gallons. Maybe compressed, it might be a little less, but it's definitely going to be over a stomach full. And we're going to see how long does it take them to fill their stomach, and in turn they've got to empty it as well, otherwise obviously nothing more will go in. Now, why are we doing this? Well, it's a good idea to understand how long it takes horses to eat based on what we give them. So being that this is half flake, if we were to quadruple this to what some standards are for feeding horses, then we could probably make an estimation of how long it takes to feed and how much material it is. So that's what we're doing. So free feeding, not from a haybag, because that's the most common. The most common approach for the 2 flakes in the morning and night, the most common approach for feeding, or how to feed, is generally from the ground, not in hay bags. So we need a standard to draw from, or some kind of time to draw from to understand what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to put it in time-lapse mode and then wander off a little, do some stuff, and we'll keep the timer running. We'll see how long this takes. Came over to check on these guys, and Lena comes over and says hello. She's such a big sweetie. Hi, Lena. Hi, Lena. You're a good girl. Yeah. Everybody says you look like a Muppet, though. Yeah, a Muppet. What was that dog called? I can't remember now. Somebody put it in the comments. Okay, so what are we at? Lena's almost done. I mean, that's just a little bit left. And I'd say Nanners is just on the last tiny little bits. She's probably got a couple minutes left. So let's check the time that they have taken. And we're looking at 30 minutes, 31 minutes. Probably add a couple minutes under that. Let's round up to 35 for the hungry horse. A quick eating horse. Maybe 40 minutes for the rest of this if she chooses to. She actually doesn't even look like she's going to be trying to eat. Yeah, maybe. Well, all right, 32 minutes, getting on, taking her attention away. So, that's pretty interesting. So that gives us something to kind of go by. If we were to chuck out a couple of those big flakes. Now my bales are 120-pound bales. The flakes are bigger than some other, like those 60-pound or 50-pound bales. So these are big flakes. So it's hard to say if a flake is where it's at. Probably should have weighed it. Probably should have figured out how much that hay weighed. Would be better rather than volume, do weight. So we're looking at about 35 to 40 minutes for a half a flake. For reasonably hungry. I mean, not completely hungry. If I left these guys hungry for quite a few hours, 6 or 7 hours, then I think they'd go through it a little bit quicker. And Nanners is just cleaning up the last little bits. She's almost all done. it is, I would say, 99% of the way there. Hey, how's it going there? Good work, Nance. You really cleaned that up. Okay, so now we have a baseline that we can draw from. And we'll continue on with this in the future. There's lots more to go for this kind of stuff.